It's clear that the southern polar region is a promising source of immeasurable wealth and resources, and not to mention jobs, for all nations of the world for the next several centuries. During my lifetime, I've witnessed America's dependence on Middle Eastern and other foreign oils skyrocket while the job market has bottomed out, with wages for an average American remaining stagnant. In the meantime, domestic jobs are dwindling while competition increases thanks to, quote, globalization of service based jobs and international trade deals such as NAFTA, incenting corporations to ship jobs overseas, not to mention the illegal alien workforce dominating the labor force here in America, while the construction industry is at an all time low, and it has been for years. Skyrocketing inflation is decreasing the buying power of the already stagnant income of a typical citizen. If we could open up the Antarctic for free enterprise, it would solve a lot of the worldwide economic problems almost overnight, without the need for perpetual war as planned by the military industrial complex. The purpose of this petition is to get the support of enough people to at least raise the two treaties up for public discussion and review. We can no longer allow ourselves to be imprisoned by antiquated decisions cast in permanent stone. This is lunacy, and we must revisit the ideas used to justify the Antarctic and Arctic treaties. Please sign this petition if you'd like to have the Arctic and Antarctic treaties reviewed for their validity or relevance in modern economic terms and possible abolition. This will open up an entire world full of possibilities for independence and a critically necessary spike in jobs when people across the world need it the most. Laws designed to keep the polar regions of the world off limits to free citizens and free enterprise are antiquated and counterproductive. Okay, and here's the actual petition itself again, but I had trouble getting this thing to accept, so finally it did accept. I might have had a comma in the 100,000 when I typed it in anyway. Okay, so the actual petition here says all signers disagree with the laws involved with the Antarctic and Arctic treaties from the mid 1900s and demand a review of these antiquated, useless agreements. These treaties were signed into law during a phase in history when most living people were not even born yet, and we, as sovereign free people, never agreed to these terms. There's a wealth of untouched resources untapped in the polar regions. Here in America, we continue to purchase foreign oil from our apparent enemies. We have a stagnant economy with no jobs, along with rampant inflation, decreasing our spending power and the quality of life. We are convinced that opening up the polar regions for free pioneering and free enterprise, most of our political and economic issues would be solved almost instantly. Opening the polar regions would create jobs while severing our need for foreign oil. Your organizations manage obsolete agreements which must be reviewed by modern, contemporary adults who are alive, I would add. Signers agree we must revisit and review the treaties with the ultimate goal of abolishing them altogether, under the grounds that they are unconstitutional and completely useless for any discernible purpose.